get them out and run, see if we can make them force them into tough shots and then get into transition.
15 out of 85 attempts, 17.6%.
Not good, but
not very good at all.
You've seen teams come in here and have that percentage and hit 10.
Yeah. Raven Ennis against Anastasia Dowling, and Russellville will control the basketball. They're moving from right to left as we see it here from our broadcast location. And with the basketball out front with it is Collier. Collier guarded by Varney. Out front, still on the dribble out there. Varney applying pressure here on the near side. Now takes it down halfway and picks it up, throws it off in the corner there to Evans. And Lockhart fell down. Dowling was open there for a moment. Ball's knocked away by Varney, but taken by Long over the right side of the floor. Panthers keep it alive. Cawthorn goes down inside. Here's a shot way short. Didn't even draw iron. That was by Dowling. And to get the offensive rebound, then throw it away right in the Barren County bench. Katie Murphy handles the basketball for the Trojanetts into the front court. Goes right side with it to Ennis. Man-to-man defense applied by Russellville. Feeds it down into Varney. Trying to go up with it is blocked by Long and out of bounds.
Tough angle all the way across the lane there.
Katie Murphy throws it out top to Varney. Loops it back over to Murphy. Feeds it in there to Lockhart. Trying to throw it down to Varney. Had it batted away, but loose on the floor. Scramble. Jump ball at the top of the key. And it will go to Barren on the alternating possession. 1 minute gone here in the ball game. No score.
Face up. Ball fake up. Bounce pass down. That's a layup for Varney.
As Ennis will toss it in. Gets it in there to Lockhart. In the lane. Now Ennis, 10-footer. Good.
Good.
A little pressure in the backcourt as they loop it over to Collier. Now here's Dowling with it on the left side. Dribbles with the left hand. Bounce pass off to Evans. And back out it comes to Cawthorn. And she'll set it up with the Collier out front. Guarded by Katie Murphy. Working the left side. Reverses back right. Goes off the screen. Drives it right of the lane. Throws up the floater. No good. Rebounded there by Lockhart. Here comes Ennis with it for the Trojanetts. Now we'll hold up here. As she goes right side with it to Murphy, and that is slapped out of her hands by Collier.
Just put it out in front of her and let her take it.
Now Collier gets rid of the basketball on the corner. A three. It is good. Knocking it down is Cawthorn.
Right on cue, right?
Yeah. I mean, 16 out of 86 attempts. Lockhart trying to make a move with the left hand. No. Ball tipped away out of bounds off Abby Varney.
You want to make them shoot those, but you don't want to let them have all day to line it up and knock it down.
Mm-hmm. Full court pressure by Barren County. Long gets the ball in play. And here's Collier with it. Racing down the right side against London. Driving all the way to the basket. Puts it up and in.
Collier's really their best ball handler.
Mm-hmm. On the other end, here's Varney going to the basket. Puts it up. She's fouled. And it'll be charged to Evans. First foul of the basketball game. Sending Abby Varney to the free throw line. 5'6" sophomore, averaging 11 points a game and 63.3% foul shooter. Takes her time. First one in the air, and it's good. Five to 3. Varney for the second free throw toss. Ames puts it in the air, and it's good. 5-4. Barren County with full court pressure again. Comes into Collier. Varney can't cut her off, and then Collier loses it out of bounds.
Almost unforced. We've got to do a better job when she gets it. She just takes the sidelines and puts her head down and goes.
Barren County basketball. Addison London gives it over to Katie Murphy. In the corner, Varney fakes, drives a baseline, goes under, trying to reverse it up. It's blocked by Collier. Now poked away from behind by Murphy. Out of the hands of Cawthorn, and here is Ennis with it in the right corner. Ennis covered up, slapping at her there, and trying to go back up the baseline strong, and slapped out of her hands and out of bounds underneath the bucket. Russellville will bring in number 23. That's Jayla Keys, a 5'3 junior. And number 15, Brindley Mason, a 5'5 junior. They only have 8 dressed out tonight for Russellville. So now they've played 7. Here's Lockhart, right baseline, cut off, needs some help. Throws it back out to London, swings it over now to Ennis for the 3 ball. No. Rebound to Dowling for Russellville. Dowling against Macy Lockhart. Gets rid of it out front to Collier. Now Collier to Cawthorn. Cawthorn back over to Collier. And now she'll get rid of it to Keys. Down the left side, Cawthorn driving baseline. The runner rolls in. Barely got it over the rim. Here's London on the other end. Stops, throws it back behind her to Lockhart. Back out front it comes to Ennis. Russellville leads it 7-4. Here's Varney with it out front. Sends it over the left side now to Murphy. Now Murphy with a long bounce pass to Ennis. Ennis now looks in the middle there to Lockhart. In the right corner, London fires for 3. No. Rebound to Dowling for Russellville. Gets rid of it to Collier. Sends it down the court to Cawthorn. Cawthorn back out to Collier. So they spread it out here. 41. Collier out front here on the near side. Played half the quarter. Lady Panthers lead it 7-4. Coming off the screen from Dowling. Dribbles to the right side of the key. Swings it back to the left side. A 3 ball in the air. No air ball. Dowling, or rather Cawthorn, throwing it back up. A foul. Foul is on Katie Murphy. First foul of the basketball game against the Trojanetts. At the line is Cawthorn. She's a 55.4% foul shooter on the year for Russellville. First one is good. She's got 6 of Russellville's 8 points. Cawthorn, a freshman, puts it up in the air, and it's good again. 9-4, Russellville, 3:50 to go, first quarter. Katie Murphy with the basketball with the Trojanetts, gives it over to London. Bounces back to Murphy, feeds it in the middle there to Lockhart. Lockhart turning, kicks it back out to London, or rather to Murphy. Baseline, here's Ennis with a jumper, no. And the rebound comes off to Russellville. They want to run with it. Breaking to the middle is Collier. Down the lane, flips it up with the right hand, rolled it off, no good. Rebound, Cawthorn back up and in, and a foul.
Well, so far tonight, we have started cold, only made the 1 free throw. I'm sorry, 1 field goal, and then Barney's couple of free throws. But we've also given up several offensive rebounds to Russellville, and they've cashed in, and that's, all of a sudden look up, it's 11-4.
Yeah. Addison Smith has checked in the lineup, 5'3 junior for the Trojanetts. And here's Cawthorn's free throw. No, off the front of the rim. Rebound, Addison London. 11-4. 3:18 to play in the first period. And here's a bad pass trying to go inside, but here's Varney. Whistle, a blocking foul. Going to put that one on Jayla Keys. Her first and the team's second. Was that last foul on Katie Murphy? Is that why she's out?
I'm not sure.
Because they never did put it on the board.
I don't think so.
And Lockhart down low, double team, bounce pass in the corner to London, sends it out to Ennis. Ennis spots up, wanted to shoot the 3. Goes back left side over to Smith, and now Varney with it. Fakes, drives baseline. She's cut off. Back to Lockhart. Lockhart out to Smith. She'll fire a 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Mason for Russellville. 2:45 to go in the quarter. 11-4. Russellville leads it. Collier with it out front for the Lady Panthers. Collier goes straight away over to Keys. Now they give it to Cawthorn on the right wing. Back around the perimeter is Mason. Out to Cawthorn. She's guarded by Smith. Out to Collier. She's guarded by Varney. They go down the left corner. They fake. It drives. Got around Ennis. Puts it up and in. Mason getting the bucket. 13-4.
Barney's got one and Murphy's got one. That's our 2 fouls.
Okay. Addison London with it for the Trojanetts. We're down to 2 minutes to play. Turnaround shot, free throw line, Ennis, no good. Russellville with another rebound and a reach-in foul will be on Raven Ennis.
They've out-rebounded this. Here's 2 stats that tell why we're down 13-4, 2 minutes to go in the quarter. They've out-rebounded us 7-2, and we're shooting 1 of 9. 0 of 3 from 3.
Yeah. And they get the ball in play. She's in a trap and a traveling violation on Keys.
They have turned it over 4 times, but we haven't been able to cash in on anything. And, we'll see if we can get something going here off of this one.
As it comes out to Katie Elmore, just checked in, a 5'6" freshman, number 10. Smith back to Elmore. Left corner, Lockhart. Lockhart back out to Elmore. Back to Lockhart. Trying to find Ennis, but they got her bottled up in there. Ennis, and she traveled.
She drug her feet trying to make a decision where to go. Their zone has a little length to it, obviously with Dallin at 6'2", but watching it on the screen here from high above on BCHS Live, it's not very active, and you can see it on the floor the same way. They're just kind of going from one side to the other. We've got to make a move.
Got a 2-on-2. Here's Collier at the right elbow. She double dribble, but they didn't call it. And now in a trap, we're going to have a foul call. Addison Smith will be charged with a foul.
She dropped the ball and then picked it back up and then put it back down again. Our guys wanting to double dribble. You can't lose control and then dribble again and not be like a violation.
Dowling lobs it out, knocked away by Varney. She's got it out in the open court. Here's a left-handed layup, good.
Good push ahead to get that uncontested off the turnover.
That is a Phillips IGA special delivery with that drive to the basket. Phillips IGA in Hiceville. Got a foul, and this one will be charged too.
Give it to Raven. That'll be her second,
That's
right?
2, yep.
Foul on number 20, Raven Ennis. That's
5 team fouls on the Trojanetts here in the first half. Katie Murphy returns. For Coach Piper, Lindsay's Ball Club, a minute 11 to go here in the first quarter. Barren County down 13-6. As Collier calls a play, swings it left side over to Keys, down to Cawthorn, back out to Keys. They give it now to Mason, and now here's another whistle. And Katie Murphy just picked up her second.
foul number 3, Katie Murphy. That's her second, team 6.
6 fouls on the Trojanetts already with 55 seconds to play in the first quarter.
35,
And Ashley Atkinson, 5'8", 8th grader, checks into the Trojanet lineup for Katie Murphy. So you got Murphy and Ennis both on the bench with 2 fouls. As Long has returned to the Russellville lineup. Here's Collier with it on the left side with a left-handed dribble. Now reverses and goes right to the top of the key. Cuts back left. Spin move in the lane. Up with a shot. No good. Rebound to Atkinson. Ahead up to Elmore. Elmore driving, going to the bucket. Flips it up and in.
Very good move to extend that away from her body in the defense.
13-8. Here's Cawthorn driving to the bucket. She puts it up and in off the window.
Can't give it right back. You got to get back in transition. They did to us what we'd like to do, push the ball.
15-8. Here's a foul as they threw it to Varney. Grabbed on the arm by Dowling.
fouls on number 14, Anastasia Dowling.
That's her first personal, number 3 on the Lady Panthers here in the first half.
3 entering the Lady Panther lineup.
Evans will return for Russellville. She will, I'm not sure who she came. Oh, she's going to come in for Dowling, looks like. And now Varney to inbound the ball. Comes out in the right corner to Elmore. Gives it to Atkinson. Feeds it to Varney. Turnaround shot is up good. Really wasn't hardly squared up for the shot, but she made it anyway.
She knew she was going to take it.
15-10, a steal. Elmore goes up and she's fouled.
All right, little energy now. Cut it to 5. Chance to cut it more with some free throws.
Fouls on number 4.
Foul is on Cawthorn. Her first, team's 4. Katie Elmore at the line, 5'6" freshman, averaging 4.2 points a game. First one on the way, and good.
Elmore to the line to shoot 2.
15-11. Barren back within 4 at 7.9 seconds to play. Second shot on the way, and good again for Katie Elmore. 15-12. As Russellville stops and pops a long 3, no. Rebound to Atkinson, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Russellville 15, Barren County 12. We'll return after this break. This is Barren County basketball, brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Matters. German American understands intertwined with the busy lives of other students. Lunch or use the German American and so much more.
Call us at 270-651-5930.
You're listening to Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back alongside with Jay.
And the second quarter is brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Trojanetts trailing 15-12 as we start quarter number 2. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer acts as our studio producer tonight, back at the Nash 103.7 studios. Katie Murphy and Raven Ennis both on the bench with 2 fouls as Katie Elmore, Macy Lockhart, Abby Varney, Addison Smith, and Ashley Atkinson starts the second quarter for Barren. Collier with the basketball for Russellville. Sends it straight away over to Keys. Keys out to Cawthorn. Cawthorn goes right side with it to Collier. And floats it back out now to Keys as she goes back to the left side. Oh, that's an extra step. I don't know if they were going to call it or not, but kind of hesitated there. But
a little unorthodox. He caught it and took a big hop, and then just waited for everybody to react to it. We finished the quarter making our last 3 field goals, so that made our shooting percentage look a little bit better. 4 of 12, while they hit 50%, 6 of 12, and hit a 3, and we didn't.
They're playing a zone, and they go down into Lockhart, goes to the floor. She tried to get the pass off before they called the walk, but I don't know if she, I don't know if she got pushed to go to the floor or not, but the referee said no. 15-12, Collier with it for the Lady Panthers. Stops and sends it over to Cawthorn, over to Long. Bounce pass down low. They go inside there, and the shot put up no good. And we got a whistle, and over the back, that's Dowling. And that's number 2 on the 6'2 senior. 5 on Russellville here in the first half.
We went a little zone of our own there for a possession. And Russellville obviously been in zone the whole game. They're in a 3-2 variety. Got to make them work. There's a huge hole right there in the middle. We can exploit the baselines.
Elmore in the middle. Lockhart turns, puts up the shot. It is no good. And the rebound comes off to the Lady Panthers. Here's Collier into the front court to the left-hand side. Cuts back right. Goes inside. Now sends it over to Long. Out of the corner. The shot won't go. Rebound put back up. No. Dowling back up again. No. And a foul.
Everything right. You made them, a non-shooter, shoot a shot that she probably wasn't comfortable with, but the bad part about it was you gave them offensive rebound 4 and 5 and get shots at the stripe.
Foul on Elmore, her first, team 7th. Dowling's first shot is good, and she's a 50% foul shooter on the year. First point of the game for Dowling. 16-12, Lady Panthers. And the second shot also good. 17-12, Russellville. 6:40 to play here in the first half. Smith with the basketball, sends it back over to Elmore. Left corner goes to Varney, back out to Elmore. Now Elmore with a bounce pass to Smith. Smith, diagonal pass is deflected, and it's going to be stolen, and we're going to get a traveling violation on Keys. Before she could put the ball on the floor, started trotting down, and so Barren will get it back with 6:25. Elmore, bounce pass over to Smith. Right corner is Lockhart. She's going to pull the trigger for three, and it's an air ball. And ball tapped out of bounds as last touch by Keys.
Okay with Macy taking that shot. I'm completely okay with her taking it, but she didn't look comfortable. Yeah. She kind of she actually shot faked herself and got out of a rhythm before she let it go.
So it's Russellville's basketball. I think the official came and overruled the other one. Collier over to Long. Keys down into Dowling, turns and puts it up. It's an air ball. Chasing it down is Atkinson. She'll give it to Elmore. As Elmore races down, bounce pass on the baseline. A little head fake trying to go up was Lockhart. She's fouled.
Great move. Got her defender in the air. Went right around her with the left hand. I like that move on the baseline. We've gotten a good shot in the middle. We've got a good drive from the baseline. Those things are going to make them rethink their zone if we can continue to cash in from there.
Free throws up and good. Macy Lockhart getting her first point of the ball game. 5 out of 5 at the line for the Trojanetts. Katie Geralds, 5'7" freshman, comes in for Addison Smith. And Macy Lockhart's second free throw toss is on the way, and she got it. 17-14, Russellville, 5:52 to go in the first half. Collier with it for Russellville. Dribbling out front, sends it over to Long on the right wing. Out top now comes to Dowling. Now she'll get rid of it over to Keys and back out to Cawthorn. Over to Collier on the right wing. Out top now to Keys. Swings it back to the left side to Dowling. Dowling, Barney putting pressure on her. Now gives it to Collier. Back to right side corner. 3 in the air. No good. Long rebound is going to be taken by Elmore. Long baseball pass down to Varney. Fakes, drives, goes to the basket, puts it up and in.
Look good. Our defensive possession there in the zone was very active. We got the rebound, pushed it, and got, again, something out of transition.
So Barren has cut the lead to 1, 17-16 with 5:10 to go here in the first half, and a timeout by the Lady Panthers. Already got a Coca-Cola scoreboard update for you. Open a Coke and enjoy the game. This is coming from the Greene County Glasgow girls game. It's already over with. It must have started at 5:30. And Glasgow defeats Greene County. The girls game 42-27. It's a doubleheader tonight, so I guess they decided to start it at 5:30.
And we were supposed to start at 6. We probably didn't get started 6:20, did we?
Yeah, it was close to 6:20. They finally tipped off. Russellville late getting here, and so
watch the replay of that one while we were in that timeout. That was a terrific left-handed. It was almost a three-quarter court baseball pass from Elmore to get that ball down to deliver it. So good assist on that play, and we need a few more of those to see if we can regain the lead here.
And they go inside. The shot is no good by Cawthorn. Rebound to the Trojanetts. Here's Varney. Long pass down to Atkinson, and she lays it up and in.
How about that? We're beating it down the floor right now. I'm not sure if they're tired or what, but we're just throwing over top of them.
That assist brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Harris. Let Jamie Harris of Edward Jones assist you today with your financial planning. Trojanetts have the lead, 18-17. 4.5 to go, second period.
Russellville hadn't hit a field goal this quarter.
Just 2 free throws. They go in the corner. Collier fires the 3. It's off the mark. Battle for the rebound, whistle, and what do we got?
Quick jump ball. But we'll take it. It's our possession.
He never did. He just raised his arm, and that was it. Didn't know if he was going to call a foul or jump ball or what. But anyway, Trojanetts will have it. 4:16 to go in the second. Elmore against the zone, gives it to Atkinson. Back to Elmore on the right side. Down in the corner goes to Gerald's. Bounce pass in there to Lockhart. Had it smacked loose and apparently dribbled it on the end line, but it will be Barron's ball. Somebody from Russellville touched it last. Elmore will toss it in on the right baseline for Barren. Sends it out to Varney. Back to Elmore. Pass deflected up in the air. Caught by Gerald's. Back to Elmore. Sends it out to Varney. Varney. Now looking inside for Lockhart. They go to Atkinson. Feeds it to Lockhart. Trying to get a hold of the basketball. Slapped away out of bounds underneath the basket.
Got to be strong with that one. Strong rip through. That's a layup. They went for the steal. Didn't get it. We'll still get it out.
Varney right of the bucket. Looking. Sends it out to Elmore. Elmore, top of the key. Now gives it in there to Varney. She dribbles it back out. Now heads back into the paint. Loses the handle. Turnover. Here comes Collier out for the layup. It is good.
Able to smack away a high dribble going down through the lane into traffic.
Russellville back on top, 19-18. 3:26 to play here in the first half. Right side it goes to Atkinson. She dribbles it out. Bounce pass left to Varney. Cross-court pass back to Atkinson. She's cut off. In the lane, here's Gerald's turning. In a lot of traffic. Gives it off to Varney. Fires away. Good on the left baseline.
Good ball movement, one side of the lane to the other.
10 points for Varney here in this half. She's got half of the Barren County points, 20-19. Just under 3 minutes to play before the break.
Timeout.
Russellville will call a timeout with 2:53 to go. Barren County leading 20-19. Join James Brown and John Butler every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock for the Brown Sports Bag, a weekly sports show brought to you by McDonald's on 104.7 FM The Score and 104thescore.com. You are following Barren County High basketball from Trojan Gym tonight here on Nash 103.7 WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at Nash1037.com, 104thescore.com, and the Nash 1037 app on your smartphone. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer acts as our producer tonight. Busy week. Had a doubleheader last night. This girls' game tonight. Doubleheader Friday with Glasgow as a district doubleheader here. And then Saturday night go to Allen County, Scottsville for another girl-boy district doubleheader. And talking about a little light snow moving in Friday, so hopefully that won't interfere with the games, travel, and so forth. Of course, there won't be a whole lot of traveling going on when you're kind of just driving around Glasgow and Barren County for the ball games on Friday. So maybe the main roads will be okay. We won't get much snow anyway.
The weather guy I follow says the pattern in February is going to be a nice and active one, just kind of like it was in December and January. So you never know. They say it's, obviously a little harder to predict.
Who said it was going to be a nice winter?
No.
A mild winter.
Yeah, that wasn't right.
Mild winter.
You didn't look at the right woolly worm.
Not yet. Russellville basketball got Addison London back on the court. Working around the perimeter to the right side. Now Collier gives it to Keys. Left corner, Cawthorn. Out to Collier, trying to penetrate. Goes in the lane, throws up the shot high off the window. No good. Good rebound, box out there by Macy Lockhart. Here's Elmore on the right side. In the corner, Gerald's. Gerald's now looking. Throws it back to Lockhart. Fakes, drives, and has it swiped away and stolen by Dowling. Here's Collier trying to feed it. Deflected by London and out of bounds.
Underneath fire.
2:14 left to play in the first half. Barren 20, Russellville 19. Abby Varney right back in the ball game here. She'll come in for Macy Lockhart. Of course, Katie Murphy and Raven Ennis have been on the bench for quite some time with 2 fouls. Mason to toss it in. Throws it out to Cawthorn on the left side. Cross-court pass over to Keys. Keys cut off by Atkinson. Out to Collier. Down to 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Collier sends it over to Cawthorn. Barren County in the 2-3 zone. They've set back in there. Gives it back over to Collier now. Minute 48. They may just hold it for the whole rest of the half here. No hurry at all. Back out to Collier. Down to minute 36.
They'd be content with shortening the game. They were down a 27-point underdog, just down one. I think they'd be content with going to the half right here.
Absolutely. And they switch up here on defense. Collier working around the top, swatted away by Varney, diving for the basketball. Elmore's got it, gives it off to London. London throws it over the left side now. Here's Gerald's, and we got a foul called on the Lady Panthers. And it'll be charged to Keys, her second, team seventh. And it will be 1-1 for Katie Geralds.
Gotta like that hustle. Abby getting on the floor, both girls getting on the floor there, diving, digging it out, and at least getting some free throws.
Katie Geralds puts it in the air. Good. 50% foul shooter on the season. Gets her first point. 5'7" freshman, averaging 2.7 a game. Barren up by 2 now, 21-19.
And good move by Piper, not letting them just dribble out the half. We forced the issue, went up there and got a turnover and got some points out of it.
And Barren County 8 for 8 from the charity stripe here in the first half. 22-19.
It's a welcome stat, isn't it?
1 minute to play here before the intermission. Collier dribbling the basketball. Trojanetts drop back in that zone again. Down to 48 seconds to play. Need to watch out over here with Dowling and Cawthorn. They got the floor spread out here. 37 seconds. Keys back over to Collier.
You would think, too, one way they got to look at it is we got 3 starters on the bench right now.
Yeah.
You would have your best shot at attacking and getting some points at this point before the half's over and they come back in the third quarter.
15 seconds to play. Collier down to 10. And now here comes Collier with it. Gets a screen, goes left side with it, over to Cawthorn, left wing, 3, got it. Are you kidding me? Ties it at 22 as we head to halftime here from Barren County High School. Barren County 22, Russellville 22. We talked about the three-point shooting. They only shoot 17.6%. It only hit 15 of 85 attempts, and they've got 2 threes here in the first half for Russellville. We'll be back with our Phillips IGA halftime report in a moment. This is Barren County High Basketball, brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Attention home buyers and homeowners. If you're shopping for a mortgage or considering refinancing your home, one of today's top mortgage lenders, South Central Bank, recognized that Mary's best mortgage lender.
Trojanetts and the Lady Panthers of Russellville deadlocked at 22 here at intermission. Russellville led 15-12 at the end of the first quarter. Barren outscored Russellville 10-7. And it was that three-point shot from Lucretia Cawthorn there right before the end of the second quarter to tie the game at 22. This is the Phillips IGA halftime report. Shop online at phillipsiga.com and schedule your delivery today. Phillips IGA in Highsville. 8 field goals for the Lady Panthers in the first half. 2 of those were three-point shots, both made by Cawthorn. They were 4 of 5 from the charity stripe, and Cawthorn leads the way with 14 of Russellville's 22 points. 5 baskets, 2 threes, 2 of 3 from the foul line. 4 points for Amaya Collier, 2 points for Anastasia Dowling, and 2 points for Brindley Mason. That's all the scoring. Of course, we mentioned Cawthorn, Collier, and Dowling averaged double figures. Cawthorn averaging 15.5 points a game, so she's almost at her average here in the first half. Collier averages just over 10, so she's got a couple of field goals. Dowling's been held to 2 free throws in the first half, double on the season, 12 points and 10 rebounds. For the Trojanetts, 7 field goals in the first half, no three-pointers, but 8 for 8 from the foul line. And Abby Varney leading the way for the Trojanetts with 10 points, 4 baskets, 2 for 2 from the foul line. 4 points for Katie Elmore, a basket and 2 free throws. 2 points for Raven Ennis, a couple of free throws for Macy Lockhart, and a couple of tosses for Katie Geralds. And Ashley Atkinson made a bucket as well for 2 points. Katie Murphy has not scored, neither has Addison London, who started the ball game. Addison Smith saw action, did not score. Foul situation, Katie Murphy picked up 2 early in the first half, so did Raven Ennis, and did not return. Abby Varney, Katie Elmore, and Addison Smith with 1 foul apiece. And for Russellville, 2 on Anastasia Dowling and 2